Hi friends, in this episode we're going to talk about the natural minor scale, the natural minor scale formula, the fingerings for the natural minor scale, enharmonic natural minor scales, major and natural minor scale characteristics, the minor tetrachord, and also relative major and natural minor scales. All this and more in today's episode of Music Mechanics. A scale that is closely related to the major scale is the natural minor scale. It is constructed with this formula: whole, half, whole, whole, half, whole, whole. You can create the natural minor scale starting on any note by using this natural minor scale formula: whole, half, whole, half, whole. Like we did with the C major scale, choose the note you want to start the scale on and write notes ascending in a stepwise fashion until you have 8 notes. Then adjust those notes with accidentals from the lowest note up to conform to the formula using the same process you use with the major scale, but with the natural minor scale formula here. For comparative purposes, it may be useful to notice that the natural minor scale's construction is like a major scale with the flatted 3rd, 6th, and 7th scale degrees. So for example, here's the C major scale, and then this is like the C major scale, except we've flatted the 3rd, 6th, and 7th scale degrees. This is what the natural minor scale sounds like. The following are all the natural minor scales. The correct left and right hand fingerings for each scale are above the staff. I cannot emphasize enough that you must become fluent with both the major and minor scales. They must be thoroughly assimilated to be able to proceed with intervals, chords, and chord progressions. You can think of scales like knowing basic arithmetic. You must know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide if you want to do calculus. In a similar fashion, in order to truly master harmony, you must have a firm understanding of the building blocks of music, which are the scales, if you truly wish to fully understand how music is constructed and give yourself as many options as possible when writing your own music. So, here are the natural minor scales not requiring sharps or flats. There is only one, the A natural minor scale, and here it is. These are the natural minor scales containing flats, starting with D natural minor, which has 1 flat. The G natural minor scale has 2 flats. The C natural minor scale has 3 flats. The F natural minor scale has 4 flats. The B flat natural minor scale has 5 flats. The E flat natural minor scale has 6 flats. And the A flat natural minor scale has 7 flats. These are the natural minor scales containing sharps, starting with E natural minor, which has 1 sharp. The B natural minor scale has 2 sharps. The F sharp natural minor scale has 3 sharps. The C-sharp natural minor scale has 4 sharps. The G-sharp natural minor scale has 5 sharps. The D-sharp natural minor scale has 6 sharps. And finally, the A-sharp natural minor scale has 7 sharps. There are enharmonic natural minor scales too. The A-flat and G-sharp natural minor scales, the E-flat and D-sharp natural minor scales, and the B-flat and A-sharp natural minor scales. Notice that the major and natural minor scales employing sharps do not use flats, and the major and natural minor scales employing flats do not use sharps. Also observe that the major and natural minor scales are only taken out to 7 flats, C-flat major and A-flat natural minor, and 7 sharps, C-sharp major and A-sharp natural minor. This is to avoid writing major or natural minor scales with double sharps or flats. Look at this hypothetical example of the E-sharp natural minor scale. Notice that it requires the use of a double sharp, F double sharp. Although it's possible to write this scale out, there is no need since it is unnecessarily complicated. It employs the use of a double sharp, F double sharp, and the rest of the notes are all sharped as well. Its enharmonic equivalent, F natural minor, is much easier to read and requires less accidentals to write, as shown here. Incidentally, there is also such a thing as a minor tetrachord. The minor tetrachord consists of a whole step, half step, and then a whole step, and is like the first 4 notes of the natural minor scale. For example, if we are talking about the C natural minor scale, C is the root, and we would just play the first 4 notes of the C natural minor scale. The minor tetrachord is also a useful tool in scale construction, as we'll see in a future episode on other scales besides the major and natural minor scales. Every major scale has a corresponding natural minor scale that shares the same notes and accidentals, and vice versa. Let's compare the B-flat major and G natural minor scales. Notice that the B-flat major scale contains the notes B-flat, C, D, E-flat, F, G, A, and B-flat. The G natural minor scale contains the notes G, A, B-flat, C, D, E-flat, F, and G. These 2 scales share the exact same notes and accidentals but start on a different root, presenting the same notes and accidentals but in a different order. Because of these shared notes and accidentals, the B-flat major and G natural minor scales are said to be relatives. The correct way of describing these relatives might be the relative minor of the B-flat major scale is the G natural minor scale, or the relative major of the G natural minor scale is the B-flat major scale. To find a relative major or minor scale, you need to know these 2 rules. Number 1, the root of the relative minor scale of a given major scale can be found starting on the 6th scale degree of that major scale. Notice in the B-flat major scale example here that the 6th scale degree is G. For example, B-flat is 1, C is 2, D is 3, E-flat is 4, F is 5, and G is 6. Therefore, the relative minor scale of the B-flat major scale is the G natural minor scale. Number 2, The root of the relative major scale of a given natural minor scale can be found starting on the third scale degree of that natural minor scale. Notice in the G natural minor scale example here that the third scale degree is B flat. So G is the root, A is the second scale degree, and B flat is the third scale degree. Therefore, the relative major scale of G natural minor is the B flat major scale. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like and leave a comment below if you have any questions. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you like the music you've been listening to in this episode, please check out Ignition by Third Rail, a collaborative group featuring my good friend George Whitty, at this link.